What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I am a certified personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist through ACE. And I also spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm pissing all the Huns off, not all of them, pissing the Huns off that I feature on my channel because facts are hard and they take them as attacks, but you know, sounds like their problem. Anyways, we are back today with another Mary Kay video. Am I wearing pink again in this video? Yes. Was that intentional? No. I actually just wanted to wear this shirt because I am going to be streaming later and covering Kelsey Ray's video. If you haven't already watched it, I'll put it in the video description. It should be a good time. But anyways, this video graced my YouTube timeline, if you will. And I saved it. And at first I was like, hang on a second. This sounds like she is somebody that's working her way out of MLM. Oh no. No. Starts off highly emotional, and then she gets into all the ways that she can, in my opinion, get people to stay longer in Mary Kay when they're already in debt. Because if she could, you know, get out of $20,000 worth of debt 20 years ago or whatever, so can you. Anyways, that's what we're dealing with today. So let's get into it. I do also want to mention I have her sped up because her video is like 45 minutes long. You get it. The drama.
You purchased a huge amount of inventory, way beyond your comfort zone, because someone that you trusted told you it was the right thing to do, maybe even pressured you or guilted you into it. You put that on a credit card because you don't have that kind of money on hand. And it's 6 months, 8 months, 9 months later, and you've hardly sold any of it. You're extremely discouraged, but more than that, you're terrified because that credit card is going to go from a 0% interest rate to a huge interest rate in just a few months.
Exhibit A on why you should not join Mary Kay or any other MLM company for that matter. Exhibit A. There's going to be plenty of them throughout the video, so hang tight, everybody.
And if you've only sold a couple of things in this many months, there's no way you're going to sell all of that inventory that you're looking at in the next few weeks to months. The only thing that you can think of to do at this point is send it back, because you know that there's a 90% buyback policy.
And that's exactly what you should do. If you're in Mary Kay and you have purchased a bunch of inventory because your upline was like, this is what the most successful people do, or however they pitch that, you should send it back. You should. I know you're going to have to pay for shipping. Send it back and at least make some of your money back and reclaim your time and energy. Yeah. Oh my God.
Maybe the person that encouraged you to purchase that large amount of inventory is saying to you, do not send that back because, you know, I will have to pay back anything that I made from that initial purchase.
Do you know what this is? The world's smallest violin. Yeah. If you're an upline in Mary Kay and you're encouraging people to not return their products because, oh my God, you're going to have to pay back the commission you got off of their purchase. Poor you. Meanwhile, you want this person to accumulate interest on the high yield, or not high yield, high interest credit card because you don't want to have to pay back the commission. Are you for real right now?
Whatever she made from that initial purchase. And again, you feel like you owe it to them for some reason not to do that. Or maybe you feel a little bit bullied. Let's get real.
See, now the way that she's presenting this, it's almost like, hey, this is how you get out of it. No. She's going to give sales tips, which, by the way, she posted this publicly. She posted this publicly. This will all make sense here shortly when you hear some of the other things that she says, because she's saying small things that are true here. Oh, well, your upline doesn't want you to return it because they're going to have to pay back the commission that they earned. Yeah. Oh, they were pressured into buying products to be successful and to start their business properly. Yeah. See, now what should come after that is, this is how you can return it. This is who you need to contact. This is how you can find out how much shipping costs you based on each of the kits. But no, she's a current Mary Kay consultant, so she's not going to do that. No, she wants you to stay in. And I would love to know what inspired her, I'm going to use that term loosely, to put this video out. I wonder if she had a team member that said, you know what? I just bought this kit. I can't afford it. You know, the interest is getting ready to hit on this credit card. I'm really nervous. I need this money. I need to get this paid off because I don't have money, kind of thing. And she was like, I have the answer. I'm going to do a public video and I'm going to give all the ways that you can spend more money, which we'll get to. Oh my God.
This is a big one. I'm close to tears right now, okay? Because I've
really?
been there.
Really? Are the tears in the room with us? No?
And I've gotten out of it without sending back my inventory. And that's what we're going to talk about today, all right? I'm Michelle Fox with Michelle Fox Beauty and Boss Babes Online. And I'm...
What did you just say? Boss Babes Online. Okay.
here today to give you some ideas, some alternatives to packing it up and sending it back. And I will explain why I think that you need to find an alternative, okay? I actually have a previous video on something that you need to know, things to know before you send back your inventory. And I rewatched that recently, and it's a really good video.
Ew. What do you mean? When I put a video out, I don't rewatch it. I think that's so odd. It's a really good video. Who is this person? I have no idea who she is. She's coming across really arrogant here. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the fact that she started the video like it was this is how you can get out of this debt situation from joining Mary Kay to, oh, you should stay in. No, you should get out. You should return it. You should get your money back.
But I don't really approach it from the perspective of this is what I would do. If it happened to me today, this is what I would do. Boom, 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 boom. It's more a video about these are some things you need to know before you make that decision. Excellent video. Go back and watch it.
Ew.
But today, I want to talk to you about what would I do. Okay, but let's go back and explain why. So yes, there is a 90% buyback guarantee from Mary Kay that within the first 12 months of your career as an independent beauty consultant, they will buy back what you purchased and give you 90% of what you paid. Keep in mind, it's 90% of what you paid, not 90% of the retail value. So no matter what, you're losing money.
And if you stay in Mary Kay, you're going to lose money. If you implement any of these tips from her great video that she thinks this is and her previous video are, you're going to lose money. You might as well rip the Band-Aid off, return it, or here's a better idea. Don't join an MLM at all. Don't join Mary Kay or any other MLM for that matter, because you will lose time, money, and energy. Don't do that.
Keep in mind that you cannot send back and expect money for anything you got free, anything that you swapped with somebody else, any Section 2 products, which are your samples and sales aids and anything that you use for your parties and classes.
If they're even doing parties and classes. You could also sell that to other distributors in the company. I love how she's trying to make it seem like, oh God, you don't want to return these. Yes, you do. Return it or don't join this company or any, I'm going to say it multiple times, or any MLM for that matter. This is wild.
You also have to pack it up, insure it, and mail it to them, and that costs a pretty penny, let me tell you.
Plot twist, everything else she's going to offer as tips, there's going to be additional costs.
But the biggest one is that once you do that, you do not have the opportunity to come back as an independent beauty consultant in the future. There have been a few exceptions, but...
Great, wonderful. That's fantastic. People can't join if they return it? Great. So stop trying to... You could try and recruit them, but once they, oh yeah, I was a part of Mary Kay back in the day, and oh, you can't join again. Perfect. Excellent. We love that.
For the most part, when you send that product back, Mary Kay is destroying it, getting rid of it, and that is a loss to them. And so they are not going to do that over and over and over for the same person. Not going to happen. So you get one shot at this. When you send it back, you are basically saying, I'm all done with this opportunity forever. And I know a significant number of people that have sent back their inventory and later wanted to come back into Mary Kay as a consultant.
Really? How many? Were they all in your downline? I just have so many questions.
And it was a no can do. So there are so many things to consider before you do that. And that's what I want to explain to you, step by step, okay? My thought is that you are more likely to make more money selling it at a huge discount than you are to send it back and only get 90% of what you paid. You could give like a, what is it, a 60% discount or maybe 55% discount, and you would be losing a little bit. That's the same thing as sending it back to Mary Kay.
Is it the same thing, or is the math very different? Because each of the products are going to be priced differently. So this is an interesting take. She's like, hey, don't send it back because you're going to be at a loss. Oh, wait, but you could sell it at 50% off, and you're still going to be at a loss, but not as much of a loss. How do you know? This is absurd.
So you've got all the way up to 50%, and you will at least be making something. You follow me? If you give 35% off, you're still going to make money. 45% off, you're still going to make money. 50% off, you're breaking even. Send it.
I mean, that's assuming that you're going to find people that you can sell this to, and her solutions are not great. I will tell you that because I've already watched this. Her solutions to that issue are not great at all. In fact, I think we were doing what she suggests back in like 2008 to 2014 ish for me.
Back to Mary Kay, you're losing money no matter what. Okay, does that make sense? Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know. I'll explain it again. So this is what I would do. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about how I would attempt to sell it using online methods, specifically social media, specifically Facebook. I'm going to talk about how I would move it locally, how I would have what I would do in person to move it. Then I'm going to give you some added suggestions. So now I would do this, some extra measures. And then I'm going to tell you a few ways that you can make money to pay down on your debt beyond selling the products on your shelf. Friends, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, not the friends. Friends, stay in my downline. Don't return your kit so that I can still make money. Oh, God. Anytime I hear somebody in an MLM say friends, it makes me immediately think of Justin Prince, and I really don't enjoy that. Not at all. Ugh.
Something that I've never publicly said. I hope I don't live to regret this. But there was a time when I was in Mary Kay and had received some bad counsel, okay, some bad advice. And in my heart of hearts, frankly, I knew that it was not wise, but I did it anyway, all right? Too many reasons to go into, okay? That's a whole counseling session.
Are you qualified to counsel people? No.
But long story short, I was $20,000 in debt.
Ooh, close up of that eyeshadow. Speaking of eyeshadow, this is one eyeshadow. This is from Adriana Nicole Cosmetics, as is my lip gloss. Check out the video description. This was not intentional that we kind of are matching. However, my lips, I feel like, looked moisturized because this lip gloss is amazing. It's called Go Getter. I'm a fan. Check it out. I have my Aura Ring referral and my workout tank tops that I wear listed below. Might I suggest some blending of the eyeshadow as somebody that is into makeup?
20,000.
You added that to the screen.
You want to talk about...
Is she this dramatic in person, or is it just this video?
Overwhelmed, discouraged, terrified. That was me. But the good news is that I paid that off in less than a year. Thank you, Jesus.
I don't think Jesus had anything to do with that. Also, I don't think Jesus would be really excited about multi-level marketing as a whole. I wonder if that $20,000 is in inventory or unpaid taxes, or I'm just curious. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And maybe some of you know her. I don't know her story. I don't really need to know her story. I'm just reacting to something she posted publicly. I can't wait for her to say something like, "Oh my God, this YouTuber, she was bullying me." No, this is not bullying. Please refer to the shirt.
And that was 20 years ago. All right. And so I've stayed with Mary Kay, and now I make consistent money. I have
off of your team
established customers that consistently order. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I'm so glad I didn't send anything back. Although even if I sent stuff back, it wouldn't have covered all that. Yeah. Oh boy, that's a story for another day. But my point is that I know when you put your mind to it, you can sell this stuff and a few other things to pay down on debt. Okay, so that's where we're going today. All right, we're going to start out talking about online stuff. Now, if you've not ever done anything with your business,
Why are you putting the caption over your face? I think it could have been a cool moment if she grayed out or put some sort of a darker filter over her face. Why did the lighting do that? That was kind of cool. Put like a grayed out background or filter, not filter, overlay. That's the word I'm looking for. And then put the white on there, like a screenshot that you're replicating for sections, like chapter sections on the video. That would have been kind of cool, but it's kind of odd that it's over your face as you're talking. I don't know that it makes sense to me. That's just, me, I guess, as a YouTuber or whatever.
online, you can still do this. So please pay attention. This may even be part of the problem, part of the reason why you've not sold very much yet. But if you absolutely positively will not do anything online, sit tight because I'm going to get to how I would do it in person, okay? So Facebook has 3 billion people that use that resource. All right. So definitely there are a whole lot of people that you know, whether they are currently your friend or not, there are a whole lot of people in your life that are on Facebook on the regular. So I would start accepting those friend requests.
Thank you for the reminder to like and subscribe to my channel, if you would. Drop some comments, share this out. Do what you feel comfortable. Thank you for being here. I know I'm really snarky today. It's just the vibe.
Like crazy, and I would start sending out friend requests like crazy and really build up your personal profile because that is an audience for you. And the benefit there, you're not going to sell there. Your personal profile on Facebook, the initial account that you have, where we talk about high school and we talk about our vacation and our kids and all that stuff. What we're going to do is beef that up so you've got a really big audience. And we're going to start increasing curiosity there with posts like, OMG, something huge is coming down the pike. If you love a great deal, especially on skincare and beauty, hold on to your hat because I've got amazing news. Can't tell you now. Stay tuned. Anytime that you post something that is intriguing or where you're just giving part of the information, people go crazy. You will have lots of comments and messages and questions, and that's good. And you don't have to tell anybody anything else because we're building curiosity. We're building some momentum here. All right. If you have a business page, I would be asking all of my friends to like and follow my business page.
Let's stop for just a second. So you mean to tell me in 2026, your strategy for building online is to send a bunch of friend requests to people and then have some sort of a vague curiosity post? Hang on to your hats if you like beauty tips. Are you for real right now? In 2026?
Because that is a public page, that's a public account where you can start making announcements. And not only those that currently follow you, but others will hear about it as well because Facebook does you a solid. And once they understand who your audience is, they will show your stuff from your Facebook business page to people who like that kind of stuff. All right. So if you have a business page, we're going to start inviting all those friends to like and follow your business page. When you are in your business page and you go, gosh, all right, you'll have to Google how to do this exactly because it changes all the time. But basically, from your business page, you can say, I want to invite my friends to follow my business page. And they're
Wait a minute. Did I just did I just find her online content on Facebook? Yes. Is she following her own advice? Yikes, 7 likes. She's got an Amazon. This is interesting. Yeah, she doesn't get a whole lot of interaction on her Facebook. So she also doesn't really post very consistently. Anyways, I just wanted to look at it, check things out.
is a place you can click to invite all your friends. Okay. Like I literally invited like 800 new people to like and follow my business page just a few days ago. I assumed that I've already asked everybody, but I hadn't. And so the Facebook just kind of
If
lined
you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at her socials, just, catching the vibe, if you will.
up all the ones that I had not yet asked. And I sent them a request just asking them to like my page. Okay. It's no skin off their teeth. Usually they'll do it. So then you've
Yeah, because nothing, smells or feels, I should say, authentic than just becoming Facebook friends and then automatically being asked to like somebody's business page. And then you realize, oh, they just sent me a friend request because they want to sell me their Mary Kay products. People really love that, right? Don't y'all love that? Let me know in the comments if that is like your favorite thing.
Got a bigger audience for your public business page, okay? So we've talked about your personal profile, public business page. If you have a private group for your customers, which if you don't, that could be part of the problem, okay? If you have a private group for your customers, you want to make it very clear and simple for anyone that visits your personal profile or your business page to find that group and join it. So I would have a link on my personal profile. Love learning beauty tips? Click here to join my private beauty community. On my business page, I would have in my banner, click here to view my VIP or the VIP area of Facebook, or my preferred customer group. Something where you get the feeling that it is an advantage, a privilege, so that anyone that has liked and followed your business page, they see the title of it, something something beauty consultant or whatever it's called, and so they're like, oh, I like beauty, so they go and look at it. You want them to right away see that you not only have that public beauty page, but you have this amazing group, whether you think it's amazing right now or not. Okay, it's going to be. We're going to get them then to want to join your group, and then start getting those people into your group, so your numbers for your group are going to get bigger. Okay, so that's all good. And I'm assuming if you are wanting to send back your inventory, that you're at a place where you are not sure that you even want to continue with Mary Kay or not, obviously.
Then you should quit. You should get out. You should return the product, get your money back, whatever you can recover, send it back, get your money back, move on with your life, and don't join a single multi-level marketing company ever again. I just wanted to, add to what she was saying here. This is something. Thanks, Michelle, for posting this publicly.
I will caution you this. We're going to be doing a lot of clever things that you may not have tried yet. And as you do it, you may start to see the momentum and the potential and think, maybe I can do this. So at this point, I would not use words like going out of business or clearance or, end of business or anything like that. Okay. At this point, we're increasing curiosity. We're getting more eyeballs on your stuff. We're getting people into your private group so that you can have some amazing specials. But at this point, we're going to call it like a spring fling or a summer blowout or back to school amazing opportunities or holiday special offers. You follow me? We're kind of keeping it close to the chest that you may be going out of business. Okay.
People are really smart and they can figure out what's happening. So, whoopsies.
All right, let me check my notes because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so then once you've got people in your group, whether you've ever gone live or not, it is easy to go live using your phone.
You want people to go live? So your tips so far are send a bunch of friend requests, curiosity post, get them added to your VIP group, and go live in 2026. That is your advice.
Yeah, even in your group or your page, either one. There have been some changes so that more recently it's a little bit more complicated to go live in your group, but we're not going to go there. Okay, if you're using your phone, you go into either your page or your group, where instead of making a comment or statement, a post, you would click on go live. And honestly, it is a matter of pushing a button. It says live up in the corner. Just make sure you have great light, and you're just going to, tell them, hey guys, super exciting news. Today's Monday, but this Thursday and Friday, I'm going to have the best offer I have ever made, or the biggest sale I've ever offered, whatever you want to say. So stay tuned. Make sure that you are signed up for notifications and tell them.
Oh, look at this. She did a huge winter blowout sale on February 1st. This past February 1st.
All your friends, because I want to get as many people in this group as possible.
With 4 likes, 1 comment, and 1 share. That probably was her sharing, I bet.
So the going live thing Facebook loves it. And so Facebook will, again, go out of its way to make sure that anybody in your group sees that. It's going to be in their feed, it's going to be in their notifications. There's going to be a little thing on the lower left saying so and so is live, so and so is live. So they are 100 times more likely to see that super short, simple live announcement than they are to see any other kind of post. So that's why I say live. Yeah, you can post, just comments or post, hey, I'm going to have a sale. But trust me, going live is where it's at. That's where you're going to get eyeballs on your stuff, okay? Prior to the big sale, I would do the same darn thing. And let's say you've got a whole bunch of, body lotions, toning lotions. I would say, hey guys, let's see, a little birdie told me that this might be one of the things that are on special coming up on Thursday, Friday. So I just want to tell you why I love it.
Do people still say that in 2026? A little birdie told me that there was going to be a sale. Meanwhile, it's just things that she has on hand. What do you mean, a little birdie? I just think it is so weird. As somebody that used to say stuff like this when I was in multi-level marketing, it's just weird. People are really intelligent. They're very smart.
And just go through and just explain, one or two or three of the benefits. We're not going to talk price. We're not going to talk ingredients. We want to talk about why would somebody want to use this? How does it benefit them? Well, it makes your skin smoother and more supple. And some people have seen improvement with their cellulite. I have improvement in the texture, the feeling of my arms. I have pilaris keratosis or whatever it is. And this helps that. You can just kind of explain, what
Who's going to tell her that a lotion is not going to get rid of cellulite?
you love about it. Not even asking for a sale yet at that point. Okay. You're building curiosity. You want to build, 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 build. Okay. And then you need to remind everybody, several times that, okay, Thursday and Friday, there needs to be a sense of urgency and a sense of, it's time sensitive. There's a limited amount of time for you to take advantage of this offer. So you don't want to dilly dally and you don't want to forget about it. Okay. Say, put an alarm on your phone, set a reminder on your phone, write it down on your calendar. That's what you want to start getting across to them so that they're like, "Ooh, this is really going to be amazing. I can hardly wait to see what she's got on special." And keep in mind that if you're doing this online, it's most likely that you'll be shipping this stuff. So in this case, I would definitely not do 50% off, because if you do that and then you pay, you got to get the bubble mailer or the box or whatever, and then pay another $5 to $12 to ship it, you're losing money. So this is about making money, not losing money. Okay. So we want to, I would maybe start with 30 or 35% off, something like that, so that you can go up in the future, because we're going to keep going with this. All right. And so the Thursday, Friday thing, then you can go live a couple of times. You can post pictures, you can post videos from the company, explaining the benefits of the products. Only focus on what you have on your shelf, okay? And I would specifically focus on the big ticket items, your miracle sets, your repair set, your satin hands, or the microdermabrasion, or the retinol. The other stuff is great, but it's likely that if they take advantage of the sale on retinol, they might say, and by the way, I could use a lip gloss. And then you could charge them full price for that.
There are plenty of places that you can get retinol. There are plenty of options that are not MLM companies where you can get stuff like that. And lip gloss, again, affiliate link below if you'd like to check it out. I do make a small commission if you order from Adriana Nicole Cosmetics, but I think it is a fabulous brand. I love what she has done with her company, and it's been really cool to watch her leave her full-time job at David's Bridal and build this thing from the ground up. It's been really, really cool. So instead of supporting, MLM companies, find some small businesses that make their own makeup and such.
Okay, so you just want to be focusing on the big stuff, the stuff you have a lot of, and the stuff that are, big ticket items. All right. So we're going to promote that. We're going to have that sale Thursday, Friday, then done. Whether they don't know if you sold $1 million or if you sold $2.
Oh, okay, so lie to them.
I'm going to come back on live probably Saturday morning and say, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Thanks so much, you guys, for supporting my business. Wasn't that so much fun? But stay tuned, because I've got something up my sleeve that you're going to be even more excited about. So hopefully you've changed your notifications so that you see all. There's a way to explain to them how to do that, because you don't want to miss a thing, okay? Even if at this point you didn't sell anything, you are layering, okay? Layering is where you are exposing someone several times to you as a professional, to your products, to the benefits of the products. Psychologically, when someone is brand new to you, they need several touches, several points of contact, several opportunities to build that know, like, and trust factor with you before they will make a purchase with you. Even people that know you, okay? Because they need to see you in a different light. They need to see you as a professional. So don't be discouraged, because everything that you've done so far, inviting them to be a friend, friend requesting them, asking them to like your page, inviting them to the group, going live and saying, hey, I'm having this amazing deal, posting pictures and videos of the stuff, coming back and then thanking them and saying, wow, even something even bigger is coming down, coming up soon. All of that is building on itself.
This is so much work to try and gain somebody's trust to order a product from you. In 2026, a lot of people are doing their own research. So if you name the brand, people are going to go and research the brand and find the answers for themselves. So the time of adding people to a Facebook group to try and corral them into, this is the information I want you to have, is very outdated. People know what companies they want to support because they can research it on their own. But here's the thing, in multi-level marketing, they want to control the narrative as much as possible. That's why they will take conversations to DMs. That's why they want things to happen behind private groups and things of that nature, because they want to be able to control and corral people. It's so weird. And I look back at some of the stuff that I did, and it is so bizarre to me.
All right. And like so many things in life, you might think, I'm not making any progress. This isn't helping me at all. And then all of a sudden, you'll see like huge growth. You'll see some kind of response that is, much bigger than you were anticipating, because it was building. It was building. So you've got to trust that that is happening. Okay. Then I would wait a bit, at least a week, maybe even a month. You've got time. The stuff you bought has a 3-year shelf life, friends. Okay. You feel the clock ticking. You're looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I need to sell this stuff. But the fact is, it's viable for 3 years. So you're not under the gun, really. If you are going to start paying interest on that credit card, there's a little more pressure there. But that's why I'm hoping I'm getting you before you're at the end. Hopefully you got a little bit of time before that happens. Anyway, then I would come back.
Or you could not join at all. You could not put an initial purchase with Mary Kay when you join on a credit card after being pressured by your upline. You could just not join altogether and enjoy your life, live your life, do the things that you love, save the money, just a thought. Also, I'm uncomfortable when she laughs. And it's not because she's laughing, it's because of the timing of her laughing. It's almost like she's saying something that is uncomfortable, and in order to get through that moment, she's laughing, which I get. A lot of people are like that. I'm like that at times. But for some reason, there's something about the timing of her laugh in this that makes me really uncomfortable.
Have like a blowout sale. If at this point you are sure that you want to move this stuff and you never want to do this again, sure, you could call it a going out of business sale, because when people hear that, they know it's going to be rock bottom prices. But like I said, I'm just starting with my tips. So like, as we do these different things, you might change your mind and think, wait a minute, I think I can do this. So you don't have to call it a going out of business sale. You could just call it an inventory clearance sale, a blowout clearance sale, end of season sale, whatever you want to call it, to take it to the next level. And that's where I might do 40 or 45% off. Again, you've got to be careful of shipping, or you could do 50% off, but they pay shipping. And so then you're recovering your costs. They're paying shipping. You didn't make anything as far as a profit, but you are getting money in your bank account to pay down on your debt. Okay. So that is all, some stuff that I would do online. If you are thinking, I'm not going to do that, I'm not an online person, let's talk about what I would do in the local area. I would plan on having an open house atmosphere in my home. You're only going to sell what you have on hand. All right. I would have some displays of some key things, the more expensive things, but most of the stuff I would put in bins, like plastic tubs, and just say, this is my $10 tub. This is my $15 tub. This is my $20 tub. Think about when you go to a beauty store and they've got their clearance stuff like on the end cap. Usually it's all just kind of tossed in there and people are pawing through to see if there's, their color is in there or not. people like that atmosphere, that type of thing. It's like, I don't know, it must be a psychological thing, but people like to paw through a basket. So I would do that, and it just keeps it easier for you than trying to create a gorgeous display. We're not this That's not the point this time. Okay, we're going to have a party in your house. It's an open house, come and go. You are going to have a few things on display, have some samples out. Whatever samples you've got, might as well use them because you can't get money for them. And then put things in tubs, mark, $10, $15, $20. And people, even if it used to be 12 and you've got it in a $10 tub, people are like, oh my gosh, that's only $10. Trust me, I do it every holiday. So, you
Yikes. So you want people to have their own party. So if they have a family, kick the family out or send them to the other room. And then what if they don't have tubs? They have to go and buy tubs, or maybe they have stuff laying around their house, I guess. But this is creating more work when these people could have just sent it back to corporate or not purchased it at all and, got their money back, even if it's 90% or even if it's 80% because of shipping. They're done. It's done. This is so much extra work for somebody that is already considering not being a part of it. And you're like, okay, now we're going to create a group. Okay, now you're going to add all these friend requests. Okay, now you're going to host your own party or an open house. So you want to have strangers come into your house. I look back at when I did parties and I'm like, absurd to think about that.
want to invite every person that you know within, I would say, an hour drive of where you are. Seriously, because you're going to be having like a great sale. You're going to have refreshments, maybe even some snacks, music, door prizes. It's going to be an event. So you're inviting people to an event that you confidently can say they're going to have fun and they're going to get some really good deals. All right. So as far as how would I invite them? Text, email, phone call. I'd actually layer these things. Okay, I'd probably text first. Then, if I have their email, I'd email them. I would call them, talk to them, actually talk with my voice and make sure they got that text or that email, let them know it is happening and put it on their calendar. Again, layering. You have to remind people. You have to build the anticipation, the sense of curiosity, all, same concepts as what we did online, okay?
And
So
all of that is unpaid work.
when you have it, I would also go through your inventory and figure out what did you get free. If you purchased more than 600, you got some freebies, okay? I would also think about either going to the dollar store or buying something on Amazon. You can get things like spa headbands or makeup bags or lipstick cases, something that you can get for like $1 a piece.
So you want people that are questioning sending their kit or their purchase back to Mary Kay to get a refund and not be a distributor anymore in the company. You want people that are in that state of mind to go to the dollar store and spend more money to get little giveaways. That logic, it doesn't even make any sense. You want people to spend more money so that they stay in a little bit longer when they could have just not joined at all. This is something. Wow.
And have a table with that stuff and say, okay, for every $50 that you spend, you get to choose something free on this table. Bring a friend and you get a free Mary Kay product. Okay. And you just have like the Mary Kay stuff that you got free that you can give at no loss. All right. And obviously, if they spend more, they get a more expensive gift. Okay. So that's just all kind of some things that you could set up to just really make it feel like a special event. I would totally do that. You could just do cash and carry, like not even charge tax, just keep it like super easy. That's up to you. But you did pay tax on that stuff. All right. Okay, we talked about that. Then after that event, again, whether one person came or 100 people came, nobody knows that. Okay. I would call or text and then call anybody that implied they were going to come, but they didn't show up. And I would just say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you missed it. It was amazing. I'm just calling to see if you want to take advantage of any of the products that are left. These are some ideas of what I have left. You could either stop by after work and take a look, or if you just want to tell me what you need, I can check my inventory and let you know if I have any left. All right. You want to get those additional sales. It doesn't matter whether they came to the party, the official party, or not. That was the beginning. That was step one. Now we're going to continue to sell to these people. If they did buy something, call them and say, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for attending. I had so much fun with you. First, I'm calling to make sure that you love everything you got. And then I'm calling to let you know that I still have a few goodies left. and I'm sweetening the pot. I added another 5% discount. So now instead of 30, it's 35% off or whatever, and try to add on to those sales. Okay. So building, getting this money in your account, pay down, start paying down on that credit card for sure. Then I would wait probably a month for my in-person thing. And if at that point you're like, I'm for sure done, then I would announce a going out of business sale. I would probably even send it in the mail, like postcards. So you're sending it in the mail, texting, emailing, calling. You got to do it if you want to get the turnout.
I'm sorry. So you want people that are quitting Mary Kay and doing a going out of business sale to go and buy postcards. I'm assuming handwriting postcards, but I remember when I used to do hostess coaching that I would have postcards that were made by like Vistaprint. I think I would order them in bulk and send them out to my hostesses. You mean to tell me that that is your solution? You've got to send postcards. So spend money on buying postcards, probably handwriting them. Oh, and then, the cost of mailing those out. Yeah, you want people to spend more money when they're already questioning getting out of Mary Kay. This does not make any sense at all.
Have it going out of business sale, spread it all out, say it's 50% off, which is the cheapest you will ever get because that's my cost. And just, do it one more time. See what happens there. Okay. I would also, when I'm doing the going out of business sale, I would announce it on social media. You have to be careful making sure that the platform that you're on allows that type of thing. So, for example, Facebook does not want you selling on your personal platform. So there I would say something like, hey, if you haven't liked and followed my business page, you need to do it right now because I'm making a super huge announcement. I don't want you to miss it. Okay. Then go to your business page and say, I'm having a going out of business clearance sale. Everything is 50% off, no tax or whatever, 50% off, and you get a freebie. It's in my home unless you want to call me and I can describe what I've got and I'll mail it to you, whatever, however you want to do it. But I think you see where I'm going with this. Okay. So we just keep building.
I definitely see where you're going with this. This is screaming, please don't leave my downline. That's what this is doing. That's what I'm catching here. The vibe, if you will. Let me know what you guys think.
Building. It's not one and done. There's not like one thing. Oh, that didn't work, so I failed. No, it builds on each other. Okay. All right. Now we're moving on to my list of things that I would do in addition to that. Okay. You got your online sales going. You got your in-person sales going. Then I would look at my shelf. And if you bought something with somebody in mind, so let's say you've got like a couple of best friends and you bought some men's skincare because you've assumed they would want to buy it for them, or Father's Day is coming up, or you bought it for your, brothers or whatever.
First of all, why would you purchase something assuming somebody else would want to buy it? That in itself sounds so manipulative. Oh, you have some best friends or you have a brother, whatever. Go ahead and make this purchase so that you have it on hand because they're going to want it. What? That advice is so backwards when it comes to sales. That is so weird and just gross and manipulative.
Call those people and just say, hey, I've got some really exciting news. As you know, I started a Mary Kay business. I got some men's skincare and I've decided that I want to phase it out. And so I'm offering it at my cost. And I wondered how many sets you would like. All right. Don't say, would you like a set? How many sets would you like?
Ew. I was just trying to put my water bottle down. That is so aggressive. How many would you like? I would hang up. I would block. What do you mean? I didn't tell you I was even interested in this and you're assuming that I'm going to purchase? This is bizarre. Okay, now I'm going to put my water bottle down. Bizarre.
Make a special offer for specific people. If you know that you...
And there was the laugh. Notice how she said something that was incredibly intrusive and aggressive, trying to close the sale. And then the laugh, because I feel like she knows that is really... That's intrusive and aggressive. I feel like I've already said that, but how many would you like? What do you mean? They're not calling you and saying, hey, I'm interested in this product. How many do you have on hand? Oh, I've got 5. How many would you like? That would make sense. No, she's calling people off of the idea that somebody purchased things with that friend or that family member in mind and then saying, how many do you want?
Ordered, Time-Wise Repair instead of just the Time-Wise Miracle set for your grandma call her up and say, Grandma, oh my gosh, that really nice, Cadillac top of the line skincare set is 50% off only for you. Just wondered if you're ready to try that yet.
Leave grandma alone and don't talk to her like that. Oh,
So then beyond that, shop for yourself, okay? Because here's something that people don't think about is that if you send that back and quit being a consultant, if you still love Mary Kay, you're going to be paying full price to somebody for all your stuff for the next, forever.
bold of you to assume that somebody is going to want to continue ordering Mary Kay after a terrible situation that it sounds like they've had. Shop for yourself. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's back this up because at the beginning of this, she was like, you bought a bunch of stuff, let's sell it. And now one of her sales solutions is for you to shop for yourself and keep part of your inventory. Oh, because you're going to buy it anyways. You might as well keep it on hand. There are so many skincare and body care options out there that are far cheaper than Mary Kay, more effective, and better brands in general, better products in general. This is wild that she's like, shop for yourself. Oh my God.
So look at your inventory and think, okay, well, how many eyebrow pencils will I go through in 3 years? How much foundation, skincare, body care? What about my husband? What about my kids? Set all that aside because you got it at half price, okay? And maybe you could even have a conversation with your family and say, okay, I got all of this for $500 and I'm setting it aside for our needs for the next, 3 years. I would like to take $500 from our family budget to put down on my debt.
What? Bold of you to assume that people have that $500 that they can pull from their family's budget. Also, the audacity. You started this video to help people figure out how to sell all of this inventory, and one of your solutions is to shop for themselves and keep part of it because you're going to buy, body care and skincare anyways. Oh my God.
Okay, so whoever you would need to talk to, to figure out if that's doable or not, that's a legitimate thing. Okay, Then I would look and see what could you use for gifts. Mother's Day.
If the point was to make money to pay off the credit card and avoid the interest charges, giving them as a gift does not solve that solution. Remember the whole emotional thing that she started with at the beginning? You were just coaxed into buying, a bunch of product. You have a bunch of inventory and the credit card interest is about to hit. You remember that whole thing? And now this as a solution is beyond me. Beyond.
Bridal showers, weddings, birthdays, teacher gifts. So many opportunities to use Mary Kay for gifts, especially any body care, hand cream, satin hands, satin lips, that kind of stuff. And then again, you might want to reimburse yourself from your family money, is how I used to think of it. Like I've got my Mary Kay money, we've got our family money. You might want to reimburse yourself from your family money. You basically, you're buying it from yourself, okay? And then you can take that money and put it down on your debt. And then you can consider just straight up having a party.
Here's the thing. If people had that kind of family money hanging around, they wouldn't have been preyed on, in my opinion, to join Mary Kay or any other MLM company for that matter. That's what she's leaving out of this.
Think back to, when you first signed up, maybe you were at a party or maybe you were a hostess for a party. Do that one more time and have people over sitting around the table.
So 3 parties? 3 she's now mentioned. An open house, a going out of business, and now a third party. So again, and I know I'm sounding kind of repetitive here, but you have somebody that joined, bought hundreds of dollars worth of products, is thinking about sending it back. You're trying to convince them to stay in, and you are creating all of this work that they are not going to make any money off of to try and get them to stay longer. Who benefits in all of this? Oh, the upline, because they don't have to pay it back. This is absurd.
Trying stuff on, but only have them try the stuff that you have to sell. And you could even have stuff in the middle of the table and just say, you know what, you can just open it up and try it. And if you love it, that's the one that you're going to take. Why not? Because they probably will. If they're going to try it, they're probably going to love it and they'll take it. So that's just a thought. But you want to, again, just try to get some product on people's faces
Just pressure people into, oh, you're going to try that, you're going to buy it. That is weird.
because when they try it, they like it and they usually buy it, especially if you're giving them a big discount. Okay. Now, some other ways to pay down on the debt, and this was my specialty because remember how much I said my debt was? I had to think outside the box. And so I sold things on eBay. Nowadays, I would probably use Facebook Marketplace. And I did
Notice how she said this was her specialty, as in it's not currently her specialty, because the example that she's using is from 20 years ago.
didn't sell my Mary Kay stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, let's say I got a Mary Kay prize. You could sell that on eBay, have the starting price be like what you would like to get. But then if you
Now, what would the prize be from? Sales and recruiting? So you're talking about somebody that just joined that's probably having a hard time selling anything, and you're wanting them to do all of this work, and now you want them to sell something that they probably never got. You're offering, how do I want to word this? You're offering this as a solution, and it probably is not something that is happening for most people.
have people bid, you'd be surprised at how much they might bid because there are like, I don't know, 4 million of us worldwide. And so if you got a prize that somebody else was trying to obtain, but they didn't hit that goal, they see that you're listing it on eBay, they are very likely to want to purchase that prize. Or maybe they got it and lost it because you can't get it anywhere else. It's not something you can order on Amazon. It's unique to Mary Kay. So prizes, especially limited edition, like the prizes that we get monthly for our $600 wholesale, those types of things. I would sell that in an auction type atmosphere so that you can get that price going up, up, up. I would then look at, my more expensive things that I have that I could part with. So maybe some designer bags or shoes or coats, anything that
I'm
you
sorry, did you just say designer bags and coats? These are so out of touch. I can't even. Just sell some of your designer bag. Bold of you to assume that people would have that.
have that you never opened up that you think, yeah, I really don't need that. You could put that on Facebook Marketplace, full price. Okay. Maybe somebody wants that exact same thing and the store's all out. You still have one, boom, boom goes the dynamite. I would do all that. If you have the time and the energy, have a garage sale. It's a great time to just get rid of all the junk around your house, all the clutter, all the clothes that nobody uses anymore, things that need to be replaced. Have a garage sale. That one, that's a lot of work for not always a lot of payoff. But
all of this is a lot of work for no guaranteed payoff. All of it. You're going to alienate people on social media. You're going to hound people in person. You're going to try and prey on friends and family. How many would you like? You're going to assume that people have $500 that they can pull from their family's budget. You're going to assume that people have designer handbags and coats laying around that they could just sell in order to pay off their debt. Don't you think they would do all of that? They would have done that first had they had access to any of this. It's just so out of touch.
I've had friends that have had $1,000 garage sales. So $1,000, that would be great. That's up to you if you want to do it. But the Facebook Marketplace and the eBay type things, definitely. Or what are the places that you can go to sell like designer clothing, online? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'll put it in the comments. I can't think of it right now. Okay, so the point is that you are not staring at a pile of debt with no assets, no resources, no way of getting money to pay down. It's the opposite. You invested in your inventory. You paid $50 for something that sells for $100. So when you change your mindset and realize that that stuff on the shelf isn't going anywhere, okay, and it's not going to spoil, it's not going to become redundant, it's not irrelevant. Mary Kay is the best-selling direct sales skincare and cosmetics in the world. So you don't have to beg anybody to buy it. You are giving them an opportunity to buy it through you.
Oh my God, not the mindset tweak. Okay, so I actually have to pause here for just a second, everybody. Unusual, I know, but I have to go pick up my son from school. So I will be back here in just a minute.
20 minutes later.
Guys, I'm back. Thank you for your patience, even though it was probably like 2 seconds. Mom things. Okay, let's get back into the video.
Sweetening the deal by offering them a discount. Try to target the people that you know are looking for those types of products.
Did she just say target? Try to target.
But the point is that you can pay down on your credit card by selling that stuff. If you haven't sold a thing so far and you think, well, why can I trust that this is going to work now when I haven't sold anything before? Desperation. It's because we can become extremely focused when we feel like we've got no other choice, and that's where you're at. So don't assume that because you haven't sold much yet that you can't sell now. You can. You really can. And it's easier to talk to people about booking and buying when you can say it's 35% off, it's 45% off, it's a going out of business, you will never get a better deal than this, rock bottom prices. When you can talk like that, then it makes it very, very easy to talk to the people that maybe you were intimidated to talk to before. Blah, blah, blah. So you've got all of these things in your favor. Okay, you've got fantastic products to offer. You get to decide what kind of discount you want to offer them at. I would get some inexpensive little beauty accessories kind of offer as a free gift. Be careful of your postage. Take advantage of social media. Call the people that you had in mind. We all kind of have people in the back of our mind, like, I bet she'll support me. I bet she'll buy this or she'll buy that, or she loves lipstick.
Guilting people that love you and respect you into buying products from you is so out of pocket, so manipulative, so gross. Hey, you're my friend, you're my family. So, let's get you some product. Support me in my business. It's not their business. Ugh.
Talk to those people, all right, and say, and tell them why. Say, you know what, I am I'm doing something new, and I was a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I'm actually going to move all that inventory and start a different venture, but I'm calling you because I know that you always look fabulous with your lipstick. I can tell you've got a wonderful lipstick wardrobe, and I have got some fabulous lipsticks that I will give you at cost. Okay, you want to stop by and look at them? Have people stop by. How hard is that? Then, and don't worry about setting it up. Just wherever your inventory is, just bring them on in. They feel like they get the privilege of the behind the scenes thing. Pull the curtain back, let them into your office, wherever that may be. Let them look at your shelves and say, yeah, just let me know what you need or want. If you've got anybody else in your life that you think would like to take advantage of this deal, let me know, because I really want to get this gone by whatever, June 1st. A sense of urgency. Make sure that they understand the benefits of the products that you're offering them, a price that they're never going to get again. And just work. You may feel like you have been working, but a lot of times the energy that we've spent has been up here. It's been either worrying or maybe planning or practicing or thinking about it or deciding how we're going to do it. But the actual money-making efforts, if you think about it, perhaps that hasn't been there.
What in the gaslighting is happening, considering we know that the majority of people in MLMs don't make any money? And a lot of these activities that they're doing, whether they're sending friend requests or adding to groups or going live, a lot of that they're not getting paid for. What do you mean? A lot of the things that you think is actual work is not. You're not actually working. What? Oh my God.
Okay, it is hard to call people. It is hard to ask people to hold a party. It is hard to invite people to your Facebook group. Maybe you knew that you needed to do that, but really and truly you didn't do it, or you didn't do it very often, or you quit too soon. This is the chance to pull up your big girl panties and do what needs to be done. I think you'll be surprised at how much you will sell, and then you will have that that bit of cash to put down on your on your debt, on your credit card debt.
Oh, and then you'll have extra so you can buy more inventory, right? That's what they're gonna suggest.
If after all of that you still have debt and you are sure that you don't want to do this anymore, go ahead, you can send it back. If somebody has made you feel guilty or made you feel like, shame on you for sending it back, or you're really going to put me at a disadvantage if you send that back, this is your life, your family, your finances, your future. You do you, boo. You've got to figure out what's best for you. And I was at a point.
I just find this so odd. Usually when I'm watching videos like this, I'm thinking, what is their motive? And there's parts of this where I'm like, okay, she's trying to help people sell inventory. Okay. Then there's other parts where I'm like, oh, she's just trying to keep people in Mary Kay. Don't do that. Do all of this extra work first instead of doing that. And I'm confused as far as what her motive is, because then she's saying this, well, at the end of the day, do you, boo? I'm confused. Who is this audience that she's trying to target, if you will? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat what I said, but I was talking to someone about my situation back in the day, and I used some very desperate terms because I felt I was like at the end of my rope. I really was. And that person was like, whoa, okay, well, then we need to do whatever we can do to get you out of debt. So that's where we're at, okay? This is a difficult conversation for a lot of people to have. I am not saying that you can't have a successful business. I'm not saying that you have to have a going out of sale business or going out of business sale. But I'm saying that I get it. That when you have inventory and debt and you're not, building like you thought you would, or maybe you realize that I never even wanted that inventory. Somebody talked me into it. Whatever the situation, you do have a way to move that product, make money, pay down on the debt, and maybe throughout that process, you'll see yourself in a different light and you'll think, you know what? I am going to give this a go. I think I can do this. I really do. So much of it has to do with how we perceive ourselves. If you think of yourself as asking people a favor, like, would you please be a hostess for me?
Okay, first of all, is the statistics around multi-level marketing, the statistics that we know from the FTC and the income disclosure statement for Canadians when it comes to Mary Kay, is that our perception or are those facts? Are the way that the comp plan's written so that a small percentage of people make a significant amount of money off of the backs of other people that are losing money, is that also our perception? Or are those facts? Because this is such a wild take. I mean, at first well, just a few minutes ago, she was saying, oh, were you really working? She didn't word it this way. You think you're working, but you weren't really working. Yeah.
Would you please buy something from me? Flip that and realize that you are offering a valuable service, that you are offering top of the line products, that you are now a beauty professional working your business. You have to change how you perceive yourself before anybody else is going to perceive you differently. Okay. So, I mean, I feel like I could just talk about this forever because I've seen it, I've experienced it. I know there are so many of you out there that are at this point, and I just hope and pray that you find this helpful, that after watching this and listening, that you feel a sense of hope and maybe even excitement. And if you have questions, let me know in the comments. I always personally respond to every comment and question. I'm here for you. I believe in you. You can do this, all right? Whether it's paying off the debt or whether it's restarting your business, either way, you can do it, okay? I know you can. So take a moment and do me a favor. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up.
We are done. I'm done. I'm sure you guys are too. Now, I don't know this about Mary Kay. So if some of you guys do, let me know in the comments. Are you able to switch sponsors? For example, in some companies, you can resign and then rejoin 6 months later and pick a new sponsor. The reason I'm asking this is because I'm wondering if that's one of her motives. I'm just wondering, what was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? I'm just wondering why she would put out a video like this publicly. Why this wouldn't be a private team training, something behind or within that Facebook group. I'm confused by this video. And I was hopeful because at first I was like, oh, okay, this is somebody that's working their way out of MLM. No. She's been in Mary Kay for like 25 years. Oh, man. Anyways, that's the video that I have for you guys today. And I know it was a long one. I hope you guys like long videos or short videos. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much for being here, for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, for sharing the video. If the option to hype the video is also there, if you could do that, that would be amazing. You guys are awesome. We just passed 18,100 subscribers, which is amazing. We are growing, we are thriving, and I'm enjoying time with you guys. So Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and doing all the YouTube-y type things. And I'll see you on the next video. Appreciate y'all. Bye, everybody.